Let me give you that. One is there are two more handouts in your packet. One is for distance learning environment. You should have it distributed last year. So I didn't distribute it last year. So I don't want you don't. This one I distributed actually to the new cohort, but not you guys. But you don't have to sign this because you guys are already here, so you don't have to sign it. Just let you know, read this and try to understand it. So good to know what this is. But new cohort actually has to sign this that ready they understand it. So for your purpose, read it and there's fine. You don't have to sign it. The other one is the survey from midpoint workshop for MSc. So there are 4 questions. Why word increase session, if you could fill out and give us that, it would help us for next year and for coming cohorts. I would appreciate that. So sometime before you leave, we go until 3 o'clock, so, or it could be a little bit longer, or plus minus alpha. So before we do that, now we're going to open up the Q&A session. If you have a general question, you can ask any, or feedback, input like Linda did, or any other question you might have, you can do that. Feedback, good things, bad things. And going back to your question, what kind of, people ask about our program improvements. Well, it really varies. There's several things from content itself. They want to have certain content more included. Like these days in the security area is big, so can you do more security-based, or can you have elective rather than taking cohort mode? That's another request. So from that point of view, also content-wise, like that, and other things is, for example, asking, can you grading scheme, can you post things a little bit earlier, whatever, can you grade a little bit earlier, or so small things like that, to changing how we structure our courses too. So varies a lot but we have to look at an overview and whether it's feasible or not. Like having elective is really difficult thing to do. Or people are saying, can you make one product from the start to the end, one product requirements, one product testing, So there are a lot of things that we have to look at whether it's feasible or not, and from that point of view, we try to include this quick area that like agile methodology to requirements, agile to something, then we could incorporate that. But if changing our structure would be taking, so it takes so much time and so maybe in the future, but not right away. So hopefully that answers your question. There's several things. If you have any specific that you'd like us to implement or a suggestion, you could do it too. Do you have anything specific? Specific?
I guess just in general, it's very hard to get. Because we have 50 students, and very hard to get the feedback. After we submit the essay and homework, we don't know really which area we did good or which area we should improve. So I don't know if it's realistic that we can have more individual feedback, because I guess we got a great result and either happy or not happy, but I think most important thing, like, you kind of learn something from the professional, from the professor. I think that's the most valuable, return.
Right. So if you'd like to submit a project, then you'd like to have more feedback, although you got great, but you still want to have something feedback on your project or whatever that was. And
right.
So you can have,
Yeah.
Typically in that case, I understand your point. Sometimes the semester ends, everything is, that's basically a cutoff point. So what happens is the professor becomes very busy. It's not only class he's teaching, so he has other class to grade and stuff. So just time goes and we have to turn in our grades at a certain point. But if you like to really feedback on that, typically what some students do is actually they come to me or they send email, can I have my project back? Or can I read your comments on my project? They actually send me a little bit more effort. Not automatic, but they ask me questions, then I send the comments back. So I know we should be doing, in that sense, what is class is over or not over, we should have more feedback. but there's some limitation on that. But if you certainly ask the professor what, how you did it, then there will be, I'm sure, there will be responding to your request. I'm sure on that.
Yeah, I would like to add comment to Professor James Choi's comments. Basically, in this case, the student may want to take initiative, right? For example, in my class, I typically got about, I would say, 10% of requests to have some kind of feedback kind of things. And typically, I would set some kind of a real-time conversation. We exchange the cell phone so that it's easier to reach one another, and then spending about half an hour talking about the weakness, the improvement type of things. You have to realize that council system, even the whole thing, is operated at a very efficient level. Okay? If without the request, and then suppose we kind of say, oh, okay, so every student, every homework should receive that kind of level of feedback. We are talking about possible task, because we'll structure the feedback will take at least 30 minutes to run. Okay, how much time it take you to write any kind of discussion? At least 30 minutes. And then you multiply that by all the assignments, all the things, that's almost impossible to achieve. Okay, so I would suggest that, as Professor James Choi mentioned, that students should take the initiative. Right? Suppose you need more feedback, contact us, and for me, I will exchange cell phone, then we can talk in real time. Instead of shooting this email back and forth, I mean, it's not a very efficient way of discussing things. And that works very well. In the past, I talked to some of you guys.
And I'm sure we made all the notes to give praise. It's a matter of explaining things, and so you probably a little bit more than just giving email things. We have to actually probably want to have question, you explain some certain things. So if you, I think as an instructor, we can get note. We have like 60, 70 projects with regular courses. So then we look at lecture notes and not lecture notes, the comments that we made. I'm more certain we can explain to you more in detail. I think everyone will do that. But, any more feedback or questions you might have? Yeah, sure.
I'm still trying to formulate this question in my head, but considering the fact that a lot of our projects, like if I pick a project to like make a video game, for instance, I have a choice between just architecting the video game and then passing that off of the project, or implementing the video game and having that as a bigger focus of my project. And my understanding is that when you actually join the software engineering degree, you guys are not going to teach how to code or anything like that. I'm a coder by background, but a lot of people I work with, they're not coders by background. So in this emphasis, do you use our resumes to determine whether or not what I did was actually something that was not trivial? Like if I wanted to make a video game, but I've never done that before. And it's like, oh, well, it was kind of made poorly. And then when you go back to my resume and be like, well, this guy has like 8 years of experience in coding, even if it's not in that industry. But this is not an implementation degree. Do we care that he was not really that, like, he didn't have the ability to make a really good game or anything like that?
Well, I guess you were talking about at the end of the project, for example, I asked the project instructor, the project class instructor, how do I evaluate you?
Yeah.
Yes, I do collect you guys' resume. Actually, multiple times, right? So I have to understand your background. Okay. All right, so you worry that I go back. Yes, I do go back. And say, oh, this guy worked in the video industry for 8 years. This is his project. Oops. Yes, I got an experience there. Maybe you are lack of effort.
Yeah.
And you need a science teacher. Okay. All right. For this very specific question, I guess you need to be in good contact with me, right? So that I understand where you are coming from.
Okay.
So if either way, we are quite flexible. So you do have two options in this project idea. One is this architectural portion, okay, and another one is the implementation portion. All right. We do not require you to have everything there simply because it is impossible. All right. And if you go through my project, because I guess you did, okay. So basically, I will look back to your motivation, your rationale for your project, right? Because in this case, maybe you kind of worry about your coding skill because you haven't done this coding for 8 years already. Maybe you want to brush out that thing. So you would say, I prefer the implementation. Right? And sure enough, you should discuss that with me so that I understand your motivation, that kind of things. Also, when I grade that, we will put that into consideration, right? If you want to move into managerial position, obviously you want to have a higher lead. Okay, so you want to have this architecture kind of description, follow this methodology, follow the process, and go on. So that's two different approaches.
Okay, maybe I can add some more comment on that. When we, in the summer, when we, try to figure out, the topic, the scope, if you recall, you do need to submit something, talk about your background, your strengths, right? The resources you have, some of your work. Right? Your example, so the two, I guess, common criteria, one is feasible, another is non-trivial. Obviously, sometimes you have to make a judgment call. Sometimes, is the architecture enough? Okay, do I have to implement the whole thing? The question is always, the only answer is depends. It always depends on, you can ask depend on what, obviously depend on the scope, difficulty level, and so on. Okay, and one compromise might be, that's one person. Okay, you look at the time, how much effort I can do. Maybe you end up implement a prototype. Okay, so if you recall, when you asked you to do the scope, you tell me what's the must-have feature, what should have, what's could have. So you prioritize that. Okay, because you have a plan. Dr. Chen also mentioned, because in the proposal time, obviously, just like a real project, a lot of uncertainty. Until you actually do it, you find out, this is tougher than I thought. So sometimes you have to make a change. Dr. Chen mentioned maybe a 180-degree change. Everything is possible. So communicate, it's not a binding contract, okay? But that's a good starting point. Just like real plan. Okay? If everything works out, so we're going to do a risk analysis, what could go wrong? So basically, that the idea is making it more feasible. Okay? If you start, and that's another reason, start work on this in fall, the coming semester, even though you don't sign up for it. Start early, some problem come up. You have to make a change, you make a change early. If you make a change the next May, you're going to delay. There's no way you can graduate on time. So prototyping, maybe. Okay. Oh, there's some feature, just like a real project. I do the feature, how well, how much, what kind of detail, how many specific functionality. Sometimes I have 3, that's enough, or 5, So, okay.
I also want to add one more comment, right? Although for the project expansion is possible, but that is not a normal case, right? Because there are two reasons. One is simply because right from the beginning, our design is at the end of your, in this case, spring 2016, you should graduate. Instead of a delay, all right? So that should be a normal case. The second one is based on our own experience statistics. If you delay, there will be more than 50% chance you will never finish. Okay. Simply because once you delay at that time, then you are out of your cohort. The 95%, 99% of your colleagues graduate already. You lose the support. All right, and you're alone, and our statistics did not show this over 50% chance you will never finish a degree. Okay. Since most likely I will be your 5972 instructor, so unless there is some kind of situation beyond your control, typically we don't want you to have delay, right? Especially the reason for delay is lack of planning on your part, lack of effort on your part. So everybody work a bit harder, right? Okay. Really, all of us, all the MSc faculty, really want to see you guys in the spring of 2006. We have a very good, nice graduation ceremony over there. I want to see everybody here.
All right, any other questions or comments?
Actually, I do have another one.
All right, go ahead.
So I had the misfortune of finding out that the project that I wanted to do, it's not feasible. So I need to like backtrack and go into one of my backup projects.
Yes,
how do I do that?
So afterward we can discuss.
Okay.
Okay. All right. That was a short one.
50% of build this project, I heard, got canceled. We tried, it worked, just too much. People more resources, too much delay.
Remember, we're not a enterprise here. We like to, we're an education institution. As we want you to graduate, the doctor said, we don't want you to keep here forever. And at some point we said, that's it, and whether, well, hopefully you finish it and you go out and make, $1 billion, whatever. So, that's our purpose to do education, but not keep you, and if you have any problem, we're not bosses. That is, if you have any problem, just let us know what the problem is. We're trying to help you to graduate. So that's our purpose only, so. Any other questions? Feedback? Let us say more.
If you have individual private questions after the
Yeah.
session is over,
Yeah.
we're here.
Yes, definitely. More? Satisfied with that? Okay, then, one more thing, whether you or not, we have a career center here. So, I mentioned one of the purposes here is like networking, so you guys get to know each other. And also, some of you might have other jobs, some of you don't, okay? So if you are interested in how to find a job from here, and once you graduate, what is my possibility? Obviously, we cannot offer you a job, but there is a career center, Castle Fortis Career Center, where you can, there's a website also. So they have various positions. Also, they posted once there, so you can go online. Also, very soon we'll have ECS career person. That is a person who is dedicated to finding something for graduate from College of ECS, which we belong. So that person has been actually selected already, and she's working on it. She has been selected. I saw her, so she's going to let us know the website and more information. So if you don't have a job at this point, what to do, and then first go to Career Center website. Then again, once we have a person who is doing all of this career, then we can contact her too, and she'll try to help as much as she can finding jobs. So, yeah.
Question, as far as the administrative stuff of submitting, grad check.
Yeah.
When is all that happening?
Okay, so thank you for reminding me. That's another thing. Actually, Sandra Belanger is going to send you an email at this moment sometime. So she's going to do all the graduation check, make sure that you guys all the met all the requirements. In your case, it's easy because the 10 courses are the same. So she's going to check, look at your individual situation, and if there's any problem, she's going to send you an email that you're missing this and that. You take care of it. So expect some time this fall, an email from Sandra Belanger. So she's going to send you a graduation check, so you guys can graduate. It has supposed to happen one semester before your graduation, so this going to this fall. She's going to send you an email. Okay, expect. Yeah, thank you for reminding me. Appreciate it. Any other comments? No. we have about 15 minutes. You guys can still connect to each other, see, I mean, perhaps some of your group members haven't seen each other for a while or so. If you have other questions, you can ask questions to us individually, talk to each other. So spend 15 minutes, have some connection time. All right, thanks so much for coming.